Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish.
Well, hello. You know what it is? It is go time. It is the Daily Dish. It's Wise Women's Wednesday, as a matter of fact. And on Wise Women's Wednesday, we get down to business. Oh, I just want to show you. Do you see my screen over here? Oh, my screen is like that because my doggy did that. And then we fixed it and he kept doing that. So we just decided it's now a flap. It works. Doris, good to have you here. And Jocelyn, Kathy, lovely to have you here as well. And Amber and Jenny, of course, are here. And we are just getting into the trenches, aren't we? Yesterday, if you were with us, we talked about mindfulness. And boy, it was just from a different perspective and how we can add some of these things into our mindfulness practices. Because, mindfulness isn't just about staying present. There's a whole lot involved. And I know if you watched yesterday's show, I'm sure you got something out of it. Well, today we're going to be going into this whole idea of heart, mind, body coherence. What the heck is that? Well, we're going to talk about it. So I'm glad you're here, and Wise Women show up, don't they, on Wednesdays? Yay. And I'm here outside on my deck. It is a gorgeous, can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. Let me see. Turn. Ah! Do you see the lake, y'all? I hope you can. Sorry. Did that spin you around too much? Sorry. But that's the lake, and it is absolutely glorious and beautiful. Today, I wanted to share that a little bit with you, and I'm also going to undo that so I don't cut my head off. Jennifer, hello. It's good to have you here. Of course, today, we are almost done with our Hot Melt 30. Can you believe that? How did June just fly, just like that? You saw a little bit of the lake reflecting in the window. Yes, you can. You're exactly right. In this window over here. Oh, everything's backwards for me. Margot, hello. Good to have you here. Our Nancy, Mother Hen, is here. Cheers. Here's to you. This is my second bottle of 40 ounces today already. But I did play pickleball today, and let me tell you, it was a hot and sweaty deal. The weather is certainly getting warm. Can we say that? Isn't it so pretty, Nancy? Alice, hello. Good to have you here. Anyway, let's talk about a couple of things. First of all, I want you to know that because it is Hot Melt 30, almost the end. What is today? It is the 28th. We have 2 more days left. How are you going to end your Hot Melt 30, right? Your pinky's going to be straight up and you're going to be saying, yes, I did it. I hope so. I hope you stayed the course and stayed with it because it's so worth it. You find out so much about yourself, and you find out that, yeah, you do have that inner strength that you said you didn't have, right? That's number 1. Number 2 is it helps to create a course for how it is that you want to live your life and the kind of vibrancy that you want to create, because it is created heart, mind, body, and soul. It's not just one thing. I know you're doing great on this, Jocelyn. I know you are, because she is one of our troopers, and I'll tell you, this woman is one determined gal, and I'm so admire Jocelyn tremendously. And Nancy's going strong. A few bumps. You know what? Bumps are part of the journey, aren't they? We're always in pursuit of excellence, never in pursuit of perfection. We know what that leads to. It's not fun. Anyway, our pinkies are up, and we are doing the work. That's all I have to say. If you want to start your own Hot Melt 30 journey, go get the guide. It's at savingdinner.com/30. Spell that out, THIRTY. We also have this month, we are looking at our skin this month. Our skin it's our biggest organ. Did you know that? Our biggest organ. and our skin reflects what's going on the inside. So let's say you got some spots on your face, maybe a couple of brown spots or something, maybe even a zit. Well, try our spots be gone. This stuff is amazing. There's a concoction in here. And look, let me show you. You shake it up and it's on a little roller thing. And you just roll it wherever it is. And there you are. Get it. Get after it. Hey, Liz, we're always on Facebook. Go to Saving Dinner. It's facebook.com/Saving Dinner. That's how you get there. You don't have to worry about the feed. Sometimes your feed can be pretty all over the place. But if you know the direct way to get there, you'll find us. I am here to empower you, my dear Lizzie. Good for you, Sue. Good for you, Sue. She's pretty darn proud of herself, and you should be, because it is taking on something, isn't it? It's making those things happen for yourself, and I'm proud of you. Yes, you can put it on an area of hyperpigmentation. That's what this really is for. I do this with Mark all the time. Hi, Jackie. So yeah, I love this. If you buy one and get one, you will get one for free. Go to savingdinner.com/BOGO. This is thebomb.com. So definitely check it out. Hey, Deborah, I'm glad you're here. Also, we do have a few, when I say a few, I don't know where we are, but I think we're down to 10, 15, something like that, of our Crave Water. Now, if you go to savingdinner.com/Crave Water, there's a brand new video that we just put on there last night, and I'm showing you exactly how to make it. So if you have Crave Water and you're going, I'm not so sure, whatever. I'm saying, it says on the directions you can add it to your favorite beverage. Don't. Add it to your water. Add it to your water. It has plenty of flavor to it. It tastes exactly like lemonade. It really is delicious. Drink it within 10 and 15 minutes, because you know why? We're trying to get that L-glutamine in there to do the work, the heavy lifting of crushing a craving. That's what it's all about. savingdinner.com/Crave Water. And if you haven't yet been to the page, go to savingdinner.com/Crave Water, and you can watch me make the Crave Water, and you'll know exactly what to do. And remember, you always have access to me. You can always ask me questions. Just send in your tickets to support@savingdinner.com. We will take care of you. That is our promise. I don't ever want anyone to feel like we don't take care of our people. We really do. We work so much. You can have 2 servings a day. I would say 2. I wouldn't go any more than that. After that, I would get plain L-glutamine. I'd put it in a dish and I'd rub it on my teeth and my gums and my tongue. It doesn't have an awful taste, but for drinking purposes, it's like chalky and stuff. And this is completely delicious. Wait till you taste it. Now, I put it in, I'm not using it for cravings per se, because I'm not having cravings, but I also use it for gut health, for muscle recovery. It's incredible for that. And it goes every night, every day into I use my hot milk and Crave Water into 40 ounces of water. It has a great flavor, and I get the hydration benefits that I'm looking for. And I also get the muscle recovery and everything. So I've already pumped it up today. So, I was really glad to get that done. What else can I tell you about? What else do we need to know? Jeanette, hello. I'm glad you're here. You've got the BOGO. Oh, we have Full Bloom coming up. It is virtual, but it is going to be right here, by the way. Unless it's storming like crazy outside, it is going to be right here, held on my deck. And for those of you who've actually been on my deck for our in-person Full Bloom, you will be recognizing it, of course. And it is coming up on Saturday, July 22nd. The details are all at savingdinner.com/Bloom. Grab your ticket. Now, if you've attended before, we have sent out golden tickets. What's a golden ticket? Well, it's going to give you a little bit of a discount on your price of admission. So use your golden ticket. If you've already bought it, don't worry. We will give you a store credit. Okay? All right? Don't worry. We'll give you store credit. We'll take care of you. That's how we roll. You know that. Don't forget also our one of the things that we've really purposely gone out of our way to make sure is that we see you and we appreciate you. And we especially appreciate our customers who you purchase your supplements from us. Thank you. And because you do that, we want to offer you a free shipping offer for any order $300 or over. And we're going to give you shipping free as long as you're in the lower 48. We'll take care of you. That's how we roll. Okay. And that's my thank you to you, by the way, as well. So we have that. And last but not least, our quote of the week is a doozy. 3 parts to it. Each one is a lesson. The first part is, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never get it. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. We can't keep our heart's desires to ourselves. We need to speak up, don't we? Use our voice. If you don't ask, guess what the answer is always going to be? It will always be no. It will always be no. Another lesson, speak up. And then the last one is, if you don't step forward, you'll always stay in the same place. And that is, girlfriend, you need some courage to step up. And I will tell you, the courage is within. So write that one down and put it in your journal. It's a good discussion point. So yesterday, I was talking about this earlier. Yesterday, we were talking a lot about mindfulness and taking it to that next level of what mindfulness is and how it really influences absolutely everything about our lives, and how we can take it past this idea of just living in the present and being, with our thoughts and what have you. There's many different parts to it. But there's something more to just mindfulness. And again, it's Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm a big advocate of his work. It's incredible, the things that he's done and the books that he's written. And one of my favorite books is Break the Habit of Being Yourself. And it's heavy book, and it requires more than one reading. I've read it twice, once Audible, I've read it twice. And then the second time I did it, listening to it too on Audible. And I strongly suggest that you do that. Also, when you're going after a book and you really want to get everything out of it, mark it up. Put tags on it and flags on it, and get out your highlighter and do whatever it is that you need to do. Because you can always go back and glean those big moments, those nuggets that you put in there. It helps us, because what is our point of reading a book like this anyway? It's to glean and to get out that extrapolated information that's going to have a difference in your life. And that's why we do that. So one of the things that Dr. Joe Dispenza is known for is combining epigenetics, quantum physics, neuroscience all together, and coming up with this whole theory of how we can change our lives and how we can manifest change through meditation and mindfulness. And it sounds extraordinarily simple, but it's not. And we've been talking about this all week, and there's a lot of different facets to it, and a lot of different layers to it, but it's really worth dissecting, because it can have such an impactful change on your life. So you ready to get down to business? So one of the things that we're going to talk about here is this idea of heart-mind coherence. Heart-mind coherence. Hi, Teresa. It's good to have you here. I just kind of missed a whole bunch of people. So anyway, the name of the book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I talked about this yesterday as well. Same book that I'm talking about. He's got other books too. Supernatural is another one. It was something or other being supernatural. But anyway, it'll shake you up. It will shake you up. It's so good. So one of the key concepts that he talks about is this heart, mind, body coherence. And what that is a state of alignment between your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body. We've all felt that. We've all lived that before. This is not brand new. But what his whole thing is that sometimes your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body can all be out of alignment. When we're coherent, though, that's a powerful place to be, and it totally lifts up your energy levels, also your vibration, by the way, because that's what energy is, a vibration. and it completely shifts the way you think about things. And it raises up this whole idea of mindfulness. And it also helps you to see the power that you have within and the power that you can start creating in your life simply by being coherent. All right, let's get into it. The first thing is that when your thoughts, when your emotions and your physical body are all in sync, you are in coherence. And that means that your brain waves, your heart rhythms, and even your chemistry, your body's chemistry reacts, and they all go together harmoniously. Harmoniously. Janice, the author, is Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dispenza. Joe Dispenza. And also, let's also remember, every single person on this planet, we have this thing called the reticular activating system. And this is a great big part of all of this because it's basically your filter, right? It's your filter. It's the way you see things, and it's the things that you allow in and the things that you don't allow in. A lot of times based on your belief system, of course, but there's way more to it, and we're going to be talking about that. So when we are working on this coherence thing, it isn't just a matter of sitting down and going, there it is. It takes a minute. But if you're intent that this is what we want and getting basically all the systems working together, we'll find ourselves in such an incredible place, and we'll see the difference between just kind of hobbling along and just flowing, getting into flow. Number two, and this is one of the things that I dearly appreciate about Joe Dispenza, and that is that he brings the emotional component to it. So often, in mindfulness anyway, what we will often do is we do this analysis, we drop the emotions so that we can make kind of an assessment of what the heck is going on. My goodness, Kimberline, it's so nice to have you here. You too, Janice, by the way. So nice to have you here. But I want you to hear this, because we have an opportunity to completely change our energy with these powerful emotions, especially gratitude and empathy and love and all this goodness. And if you remember, this is a while ago, I think we had a chart of how you can measure energy. You can measure energy and the vibrational pull of all this energy. Do you remember? I sent you to watch this YouTube video, and it showed how as the energy got greater, the sand that was on the vibration plate would change into way more complex patterns. There was always a pattern, which I find to be very interesting, because vibrationally, everything has a pattern. So if we are vibrating, having our energy at this high emotional level of gratitude and empathy and compassion and love and all these good things, don't you think that is going to be so much better for heart, mind, and body coherence? That's going to influence and change your body's chemistry, and it's going to influence the way that you operate as well. And here's the thing that's so interesting about it. Negative emotions create chaos. Positive emotions create coherence. So one, you might have everything together, like everything's going well, and then there's some, obstacle comes up and it just completely derails you. And off the rails you go. And that negative emotion creates a chaotic pattern, which takes out your coherence. And your coherence is the thing that has the power, because all systems are dialed in. Does that make sense? It does to me. So I think it's like the most amazing thing. This is our bodies, by the way. These are how our bodies operate. The reticular activating system. Now, this is a network of neurons in your brain, right? And it acts like a filter for information. I've said this, a million times. If you were out there buying a red Prius, you were thinking, I really want to go buy a red Prius, and the one that I want is this one, and I want blah, 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 blah. Suddenly you would start seeing red Priuses all over the road. And the filtration system, that's your reticular activating system, has been activated for a red Prius. And it wasn't that it wasn't there before. It was there. It just wasn't that your reticular activating system was aware of it. The radar is now on. So when you're in coherence, your reticular activating system, also known as your RAS, by the way, is going to be more attuned to opportunities, to people, to places, to experiences that all align with your goals and your intentions. So tune into your reticular activating system. Remember, it's seeking evidence to support the things that you want. But it will also seek evidence to support the things that you don't want if you've got everything turned down, right? Down. There it is. Down. You don't want that. If you remember, those emotions, your negative emotions are creating chaos. Your positive emotions are creating coherence. Big difference. Number 4 is a vibrational change, because here's this whole thing. In your state of coherence, you change your vibration. You change your energy. You can use vibration and energy interchangeable. It's just that the vibration is literally what it is. They can measure that. There's a device that they use to measure how much energy has. Everything has energy. Your cell phone has energy. This pencil has energy. A bottle of water has energy. Your dog does. You do. You know, a human being who's depressed versus a human being who's happy and joyful all have energy. It's just where are they vibing at? That's basically the question. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. So if this is like we have energy fields in our body. Isn't that exciting? Energy fields in our body. And we can align with that energy, and especially if our energy is in the place that we want it to be. So we can draw in experiences and opportunities to us much like we are like a magnet, because there is that coherence creates magnetism. Isn't that so cool? It creates magnetism. It creates also expectation. And this is all part of the manifestation journey. It's all part of this is what I want to do. This is how I want to create it. And this is what I want in my life. It's really cool when you start to see all of these things. And the other thing that he talks about is how we are almost like Wi-Fi signals ourselves. And we're sending out a Wi-Fi signal into the quantum field. But it's Wi-Fi according to what our aligned energy is. Does that make sense? So if that's the case, our experiences and our opportunities are going to be drawn to us depending on what the signal is. And then the vibrational change, that's going to have the ripple effect like we talked about yesterday. And all of this is going to either work for our good or take us down a path we don't want to go. It depends. What are we thinking about? Did you know the average human being after the age of 35 has 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day? And did you know that 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts that you had yesterday? So to be mindful about those thoughts and to be shifting those thoughts into things that you want and that are in coherence with the stuff that you want, then you've got to be really diligent and got to be working on this stuff. If we just allow our thoughts to do whatever it is that they want, it's going to default to the lowest setting and the lowest vibe. We have to continually prioritize the things that we want and have our actions aligning with those things. Otherwise, we're going to be continually putting ourselves off and we're not going to be pushing as hard. Remember, we talked about that on Monday. Pushing yourself to be in this kind of coherence. So here's how you create this coherence. Number 1 is meditate. You knew it was coming, didn't you? You know, a lot of people will say, I just don't meditate. I don't have time. It's too hard. It's too this. It's too that. This meditation thing, though, is the thing that draws you to the place of heart, mind, body, and soul. It's alignment. Pure and simple. Alignment. And that coherence and that alignment is powerful. And if you are in a bad place, then you are going to derail the stuff that you want. So we meditate. So it's a practice. We have to start somewhere. Dr. Joe was saying this. He's saying it's like if you don't meditate, it's like you don't want to get to know yourself, which I thought that's interesting because, and that's why he talks about in this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. What he's talking about is breaking the habit of 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day on repeat and basically having a Groundhog Day existence. To break free of that, we have to get into this place of mindfulness, and we do have to start with this coherent idea and getting into this idea that everything must be in alignment, and meditation gives us that opening. It's an invitation is what that is. And it's an incredible invitation, by the way. So it might be hard at first, and you might say that it's awful and you don't have the, whatever. But I will tell you something. There's nothing more impactful than having this meditation practice and finally allowing for this coherence. When you know it, you'll know it. It's like a plumb line going all the way through you, and it just keeps you in place. You could call it chakras. Yeah, I mean, that's just, people call it all different things. Dr. Joe calls it coherence. It's just crazy. Kimberline says she doesn't have time to keep repeating the same thoughts day after day. Well, good. Then you don't have that issue. Most of us do. I have a problem with that because we have habits, thinking habits. Our thinking habits oftentimes line up with our bad habits that we're doing on the outside, right? So I good for you. I mean, that's really exciting. Number 2 is to focus on your positive emotions. We have to cultivate that. This is like growing a garden. When you grow a garden, and now we have a little organic garden up the street from where we live, and we are cultivating right now cucumbers, basil, zucchini. What else do we have in there? Cucumbers, basil, zucchini. That's pretty much it. Tomatoes too, of course. Although the squirrels already started eating them just like apples and throwing them down. So I don't know if last year we didn't get any. Probably this is going to be our last year. But the point is that if you garden, you are cultivating something. You don't just have a plot of land, and just say whatever grows there is going to be my garden. No, there's intention involved on that. And that's the same thing with your thoughts. You have to cultivate the thought that you want to be in coherence with the action that you're willing to take so that you get what it is that you want. It's that simple. And so when we do that, especially when we start cultivating love and joy and gratitude, compassion, empathy, we change our body's chemistry, and that chemistry moves us into different actions. Emotions are not bad things. Sometimes they cloud our analysis of what the heck is going on in our lives. They do. But we also can use them to our benefit, and especially the good stuff, because we have allowed the bad stuff to influence for so long. Don't you think it's important that we do this for ourselves? I think it's massively important. Number 3 is visualization, because when you visualize your goals as if they are already happening and you have them as an affirmation, as an intention, I am, and then whatever it is that you're doing, you're keeping it in the present tense and you're saying this about yourself. So take it to the next level and feel what that feels like. What does it feel like to be living on a house, on a lake, with a dog and a boat? It's amazing. It's exciting. It is a gift. It is every single day something that I look at and I am having humongous gratitude for. Humongous gratitude for. It starts with an idea always in your head, but your visualization is so important. And especially when you throw down some positive emotion to go behind it. Remember the concert pianist, that's the whole thing right there. That's how you get what it is that your heart's desires, and you start taking that idea and turning it into an intention and turning it into a goal and then turning it into reality. You get to do that. We get to be creators. Number 4 is your attention and intention. When you set clear intentions and you keep your attention on these intentions without getting distracted by the daily negative. I mean, everybody has it. You have a thought or an emotion, that's not going to work. That's too hard. I'm overwhelmed. You can stay there, or you can say, oh, wait, that's a habit. And it is for a lot of us. It's a habit to say those kind of things and to think those kind of things and think that we're so limited. But if we are writing down our goals daily, our I am statements with intention, with the affirmation of what it is that we want, we are going to start getting everything it is that we want. Right? Now, maybe it's not going to just be like, God's going to say, well, here you go, and just fling open the gates and throw it all down. But you will start seeing things happen because of this shift. You will. This house is living proof of that whole thing. Number 5 is your body's posture. Hello. Here's the thing you need to understand. Your body's posture needs to come down. You need to be open. You need your heart space open. Shoulders down, not up here with, under your ears being earrings. Heart space open. Your body's posture has an influence on your body's chemistry. That creates alignment. Same thing with number 6, your mindful breathing. Sometimes we can get ourselves all worked up, and I will tell you right now that you can do box breathing at any time. It's in for 4, out for 4, in for 4, out for 4, as often as you need to do that. And getting your body back. This is also working on the atomic nervous system. We need to settle ourselves and bring ourselves back into alignment. And then the last one, of course, is to always monitor your progress. Now, there are biofeedback devices for this. There are. It's one thing called HeartMath. That's not necessarily what you need. I will tell you, though, you can use your journal to your benefit to get this kind of biofeedback, if you will. Put your wins down. Put down the places where you're finding the struggle. Write it out. When I'm not asking you to be an author, this is not going to be submitted for publication. This is your life we're talking about. We can sort things out, y'all. We can. We can see counselors when needed, but we don't have to be stuck. And when our body, mind, and heart are all in coherence, the flow is incredible. The change is inevitable. And the strength that you have that's within is revealed. This one I know for sure. So I hope that was helpful for you on this Wise Women's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're going to finish up with a bang. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. I'm still writing it. But I will say that if you have missed any announcements, please go to savingdinner.com/announcements. And don't forget, if you are wanting our Crave Water, the new batch of Crave Water will be in 2 weeks. This will go fast. If you want it, now's the time. Okay? savingdinner.com/Crave Water. And you can watch me make it because we did a video and it's there now. All right? Peace be with you. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.